We absolutely love what we do. If you like what we do, why not buy us a coffee? Just follow the link in the description below.
Good evening and welcome to the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by AMG Logistics. You know, it's not Paul. Paul has not changed into Claire. Paul is not here tonight. He's away on holiday. So you've got me as host this evening. We'll see how this goes. So there's hardly any of us on here tonight, but we've got the famous five. So starting off with Rogue, Mark Adams. Good evening.
Evening, everyone. Right, Claire, you're doing well so far.
I know, yeah, this is making it up as we go. We've got the chairman, Alan Watton.
Good evening.
We've got the Mr. Fixer, Craig Courtney.
Good evening. There's only one thing, Claire. You've got one thing wrong so far. You actually introduced Mark Adams as being a legend. He's not. He's, well, I suppose he's a legend in his own right in prison.
I haven't said the word legend. You've made that up.
Ah,
I said famous five.
Must have been right. Well, famous five. You've said famous. That's it. You give him a little big head.
He's famous for the robe and being in prison then. And, and the main man himself, Chris Brown, the man on the buttons.
Good evening.
Well, what a week it has been. We've had 2 games. We've had an open house. We've got a fan guest on as well later, but we'll introduce him when he comes on at 7:15. So we've got lots to talk about, but it's been a bit of an up and down week for the Blues so far. We've had a Preston game where we won away from home, which is very rare. And then we've gone back to normal where we went to Bristol City and we've decided to lose that one as well. So we'll see how it goes. But I think we'll start with Preston first. I think it was a well-deserved win. We showed some battle and I thought defensively we had a really, really good game as well. It was great to see Newman in there. It was great to see Tommy Doyle as well. The goal was good as well, even though suspected handball, but we won't go into that. But what did you think, Craig? What did you think of the game?
I think, firstly, we've been lacking the luck of the draw, and Lady Luck was well and truly on our side. I thought Newman was just absolutely immense. He came into the side and he showed what we've been missing. And to go back on some of our comments from earlier, you know, and in fact, last week we said we've been missing that grit in defence, which he brought to the party. I thought, yeah, you know, okay, stroke of luck with it hitting his arm, but he was still making that effort and actually gave us something different to think about, especially on set pieces. And, you know, for a change, we actually had a referee that was on our side because there were a few incidents, including, dare I say, for me, what was a dead penalty in the second half again with Cashin. But we did what we went up there to do, which was grind out a result. And it is just disappointing that couldn't be replicated on Saturday. But, hey, you know, I'll take those 3 points up at Preston. We broke their record of, you know, being unbeaten at home. We had it happen to us. Now it's happened to them. It just shows really how poor, for me, this league is and still continues to be.
Yeah, I think that with obviously Newman and Clara, I think we've got a really good defensive back line with them. I do think we misled big time, not just because he's my favourite, but I think we missed the pace and I think we missed the overlapping runs as well. But Rogue, what do you think? Obviously, we could have been 3-0 up, couldn't we? Because we did have some chances. We hit the post as well.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic. I mean, I'd have took a draw before the game. You know, not being defeated, but I'd have took a draw. But to go up there and win, like Craig said, it was superb because it's a ground we not often do very well at, do we? But yeah, I mean, I'd say Newman was man of the match for me. I thought it was absolutely superb, and I was really chuffed for his goal. Beadle, I'm glad he kept a clean sheet. We looked like the Blues of sort of August. You know, we were energetic. We were pressing when we had to. We looked in control. I mean, Preston could have nicked a draw in the end, but it was such a good foundation to build on. And then, like Craig said, Saturday came and it's like, what has gone on here? It's like back to the same old. It was like chalk and cheese, those two performances were. But I think what stood out in both games, I know we'll talk about Bristol in a minute, but we are just so small and so shrimp like. You know, it's like men against boys. It really is. I know it's a cliche, but you know, the niggles, the fouls. We don't do that. You know, I'm not saying we should go out and sort of foul everyone or give away stupid free kicks, but just to let people know we're about and we're ready to compete. But we don't do that at all, and it stands out a mile.
I think like obviously with Newman and Clara back, I think with the set pieces, attacking them and defending them, we were a lot better against Preston. We actually had it where that's why Watter was free on that one corner, because I think what happens is now you've got two big guys that we're bringing up and their two centre backs will mark them, then everybody else is kind of free and spare. But I do agree with you. I think that we are a little bit too small. You always see that, I mean, Preston had two massive lads up front and their game plan was to get into the box. I think, was it 45 crosses?
Yeah.
And then they just pummeled the box while we're trying to play this intricate game. And then within the last 20 minutes, we kept going back and back and back. And then obviously we defended. But I think that, you know, we defended quite well. And I think it was nice to get a clean sheet. What do you reckon, Alan?
Preston, I thought, was wonderful. Everything about it, positive. You know, Newman back in the side, like he should never have been out, as far as I could see. Clean sheet, good set piece goal. What was to moan about? Absolutely wonderful. I mean, it was worth the money, which I didn't pay, to watch Newman and their centre forward battling. That was terrific. But we don't score. We didn't score from open play. You know, we pushed the ball around and around and around and around. And unlike last year, where the opposition would chase us.
Recording in progress.
Sorry.
Hello?
Not my fault.
Chase us all over the pitch.
It's Craig. There's two of him now.
It is.
Go on, Alan. Carry on.
One Robe and two Craigs. Well, I can't work with this.
AI Courtney.
Oh yeah, and basically the opposition, as they did Saturday as well, they don't chase us all over the pitch. They just low block and stand and watch us. And as much, you know, that they might rock from side to side. And that's about as much as they do, because you know they know we've got to go all round around the Wrekin, and as long as they keep us away from the past the penalty area, any crosses they manage to get in are just gobbled up. And you know we've got to find some other way of playing. I mean, there's nothing wrong with keeping the ball, especially when you're winning. But when you're chasing a goal, you know, just sideways. And we don't get the ball into the feet of our forwards. And the shooting, I mean, that was another reason why we overcome these low blocks, because we had people on the edge of the box that could score from 25 yards. At the moment, we just, every time we'd work an opening and the shot would be so bad. I mean, it wasn't even, that was close. No, you know, the corner flag's ducking out of the way. It's terrible. And it was ironic on Sunday I watched the Villa for the first half, and they
no swearing.
We don't say about that.
Well, say good night, Al.
There's a right-footed fullback who accidentally gets the ball on the edge of the box and lathers it in with his left foot. And I'm thinking, I haven't seen a shot from Blues. And then ironically, I watched Rangers afterwards, and their bloke who hasn't scored for 2 years rifles one in from 25 yards that nobody would have stopped. And you're thinking, you know, why can't we do that? You know, that's the way to get over a packed penalty area, you know.
Yeah, I think with the problem is that we're not testing the goalkeeper enough. No. I think, especially against Bristol. I mean, I totally agree with Tony Sewell. We lack pace. We don't have like a fullback that's going to go pass. That's the problem. You've got a Watter who's moving more inverted. Then you've got Cochrane who doesn't seem to want to overlap. I mean, Steve has always said, as a team, we don't create enough chances, which is a worry. And I don't think we created a lot of chances in League One either, to be honest.
Really.
Yes, we made a lot of, we won a lot of games, but we didn't score a lot of goals. And I think that's the problem. Like you said, Alan, when's the last goal from open play? We very rarely score from open play. We very rarely score anyway. But like with set pieces, obviously we've started to look a little bit more dangerous. But I mean, against like Bristol again, you got Paik in the 10. I think it worked against Preston because we had to change it around. But when you got Fujimoto on the bench, why isn't he playing when you take Stano off your top goal scorer and you leave Paik on? And I was like, well, Paik was a mistake for the goal, and we played all right in the first half, and then it just didn't seem to work. But I think Bristol, we make one mistake again, and at this level, it's going to get capitalised on. They're going to score. I mean, it's a shame that Mark Meredith can't make it tonight, unfortunately, because he would have been really good for the coaching. But I do think we just lack something. I think Leonard and Doyle were good in the middle, and then he takes Doyle off, and I don't know what the plan is really, because you hear all these things off the pitch, but they're going to have a low block because they know we can't get past it. But I think against Bristol, it was just such a shame that we knew that they were a counter-attacking team. We had the ball, yes, 72% possession, but you see all on social media, and I agree. You can't just have possession for possession's sake. No. To me, It has to mean something. It has to be, right, can you have that shot? And I mean, we've had some shots and they went nowhere. They were gone, weren't they? And then, Demarai Gray came on, did a few balls low and hard across. So we just need that instinct. And it's just a shame, really, because Bristol were there for the taking. And I don't think we've actually been a team that's been rolled over by anybody. I can't see anyone in this league apart from Coventry who are actually kind of steamrolling everyone at the moment, because I mean Coventry are on fire. But what do you reckon, Ro? What did you think about Saturday?
I just can't believe it was the same. A performance like at Preston, and we can turn up like we've gone back 3 years at Bristol. I don't get it. I mean, we should have had a bit of confidence, but when the word go, we just looked so flat. It was unbelievable. I mean, I think it's probably the slowest midfield in our history, isn't it? Because the build-up play is so predictable. Teams can read the Telegraph and then yawn and scratch themselves and just defend against it because it's just so easy. It is so we don't stretch anyone, and we've touched upon it before. But why don't our midfielders have a shot? You expect your midfielders to chip in with a few goals, but to not even have a shot. I mean, what's all that about? What's going on?
I think the thing is that I think we're too scared to, and I think I'm not saying that Paik played horrendously, but with his mistake, he went all from one side of the pitch all the way across to the other side. Just needed that simple pass, but because Roberts was moved, and I thought Roberts was sensational on Saturday again, best player by far. The thing is that because he wasn't out wide and he didn't have a Watter far up, he got lost because he was like, I'm supposed to pass this out wide because we're supposed to go out wide, and then we're then supposed to pass it in to then get it out wide to then cross it in again. So then he ran out of people to pass it to, went inside, and there was some points where we needed Stano to make some runs, and in the second half he was peeling off the centre back to make those runs. And then Kyogo, I mean, I literally went run about 5 times, and we're not picking him out, and it's such a shame because we've actually got really good players that we just need a bit more movement up top.
To be honest,
and I think, like Dom Kavanagh said, we need to move more off the ball to stretch the opposition out of shape a bit, and I definitely think that that's what we need to do. What do you think, Craig?
Yeah, I mean, what I saw on Saturday was a team that went in to the game with confidence, defensively, because they were sitting back so deep. And the thing was, I interviewed that Bristol fan who called it. He said they would sit back and they'd wait for an opportunity. We just tippy-tappy football, right? And to go back on Tatey's comments as well, right? We just need to attack. We need to go at teams because, great, we can hold possession, But possession means nothing in this game. It's about putting the ball in the back of the onion net, and it's just, it's not rocket science. Go out, score the goal, then sit back, defend. A team's got to come at you, which will then create more space and more opportunity for you to have a go back. What we're not doing, unfortunately, is having that go. I totally agree with Mark. Why have we not got midfielders who last year were not afraid to have a go and have a crack at goal? Now just seem scared to get anywhere near the box, let alone have a strike. We've got no clinical through ball. We've got nobody that wants to have a go, apart from Roberts. It's again to come back to him. You can see clearly that what's in his mind is, I want to go attack down those wings. I'm going to take people on, and when I get the opportunity, I'm going to whip in a ball. And what I do not get for the life of me is we haven't got the tallest of strikers, right? We were never going to be in that position. But actually what we do have are people that can create spaces, pockets that then can be filled by a midfielder running in and on the far post tapping it in. But we're not seeing any of that. And I don't understand it. I just wish, players, if they're worried, just relax. Do what you do best, which last season was taking a water, playing off each other in the midfield, breaking down team, picking out a pass. When you've got a player like Stansfield, who is not a prolific goal scorer, but will put them away when he gets an opportunity, create the opportunity for him, create the space, put the through ball in. It's Saturday was crying out for people to flood the box. We had so many opportunities when we went forwards, but we had nobody there at all that was even trying to get onto the end of the ball. And that was the polar opposite to what we saw on Tuesday. And I just don't understand that, whether that was because Preston came at us and therefore we allowed some more space, whereas Bristol were very much happy to sit back. And, we talk about players that haven't scored. That guy hadn't scored in ages, but he had his opportunity and he put it away. We just aren't doing that at the moment. And alarm bells are ringing for a few people. I mean, what got me was Tuesday night, everybody happy, brilliant. Davis is superb. We did really well. This was Birmingham of old. Saturday, click. Oh, he's got to go. We've had enough. He's out of his depth. No, we'll come on to the open house shortly. But the one thing that I would say was Mr. Wagner was present and he made it abundantly clear that whilst he has not been happy with every single result, he is happy with seeing the progression that's happening. He knows that this is not going to be a walk in the park, but he firmly believes that things can get better. And he is backing his manager to the absolute hilt, where some people will go, oh, kiss of death. No, I think it's totally opposite with this. Those people that believe, I was reading stories. O'Neill's going to be, he's in the pipeline to be the next manager and he's going to come in, he's going to take over. It's like, what? No. He's there. I believe he's there for the long run. And I believe that things can change. We need to take the next 2 home games, bull by the horns, and we've got to get results. Build the confidence. We also need to have a stable side. So, let's look for a bit of stability across those 2. I'm not doubting one little bit we'll see changes. I think we need to see a bit of change, but also don't be afraid to change things around early in the game if necessary.
Yeah, I think that sometimes, we are 15th. We got 15 points from 12 games. We're kind of, we're right in the middle. We're 4 points off the playoffs. We're 6 points off, relegation. So I wouldn't be, we're surrounded by a lot of clubs. And I think the next few games, especially at home, are really important. And I think, with people like Roberts, I thought Keshi's played very well the last couple of games. I thought it was a bit scrappy on Saturday. I thought I thought both teams gave the ball away. And I think the problem is that, you know, we do look for Stano quite a lot. And if Stano's not making those runs, then I do think we're struggling with that. And I think we have got injuries. But when is the point where we go, you know, we're gelling still? And when do you get past that point? Because, you know, I know we've had 12 players come in, but when do you get to the point where you go, actually, you know, have they gelled yet? But I think because we keep getting these niggly injuries, like Isaiah Samuel, you know, he's been injured. We've got Laird, so that's right back already. But you got Samstead on the bench. But I think there were some positives. I thought Damari Gray came on and played all right when he came on. I thought Leonard actually put his foot in. I still think Clara and Newman played well at the back. I mean, Beadle was unlucky because as he went towards the ball, he slipped. But then again, he probably could have gotten out quicker. But what did you think about it, Alan, on Saturday?
It's just frustrating. You know, I'm looking at my watch. You know, it's 20 minutes to go. We still haven't had a shot on target. You know, and there's no feeling, despite all the possession we have, that, you know, we've got to, you know, we're going to get a goal here. It just was not. You know, I couldn't see where the goal was going to come from. And interesting that, well, I mean, obviously the goalkeeping position is a point of conversation, but nothing against Beadle. But that goal, I never, as he's going towards goal, and I'm looking at the goalkeeper's coming out. Yes, he did slip a bit, but I'm thinking he's never going to stop anything where he is. You know, and the other guy, you know, he 4 out of 5 times he stops them. You know, 1-on-1, and he comes out and he blocks it. Beadle had no chance. The way he positioned himself, he had no chance of stopping that. You know, it was, you might as well have just chalked it up as he passed the halfway line, because he just didn't look like stopping it. The rest of his game was fine. He came out, he caught the ball, he played it quite well with his feet, and that. But it's just, and on that basis, and you think it's very nitpicking, I would change the goalkeeper Saturday.
Would you change it?
Yes, just, you know, let's work to high standards here. You know, Beadle's a good goalkeeper, but I think we've hardly won a game since he's played, and it just needs him to come out, put the other guy back in, and hopefully just chat. You know, it's almost a mascot thing. Change the fortune of the team by making that simple change. Won't do him any harm, you know, and he'll come back again, because we'll have a game where Allsop hasn't had the greatest day, and we'll swap him again. But that disappointed me, really. As for the tactics, who's going to put the ball on somebody's head? Now, one of the things that I've said to people, we have this system, but we need Laird for it, and that is when last year it was Dell. He'd come in off the right hand side. He's a left-footed player, and he'd come in, and he wouldn't cross it because there was never anybody there anyway. But he'd move inwards, beat a couple of players, create a bit of panic, slip it to the midfield player, and then you got Laird coming up on the outside where space has been created, because and we need Roberts to do that, but we ain't got a fullback to run past them.
Yeah, we need, I think, like, you know, going back to what I said earlier, Laird, we miss Laird big time for his pace, but I think Cochrane doesn't go past a lot. He normally ways back.
He's ambling long.
And, like, for example, we've got, like, Lewis Kumas coming on. Somebody said, let me just have a quick look. What are people's thoughts? Fraser Higgins, what are people's thoughts on Lewis Kumas? Think he's got quality, but goes down too easily. The other day, he was past his player, and then he went down. I was like, stay on your feet. I think he's got potential, and I think he's a good impact player. You know, from the subs bench, I think he's a really positive sub. But I do think that he does go down too easily. But, I mean, if you had said we've got 3 points from the last 2 away games, I probably would have snapped your hand off. It's better than 2 draws, isn't it? But I think we need to build on it.
We're having to make up for the home game which we lost. So it's not the away game that we've lost, really. It's the home game that we've lost, has screwed us, because, you know, we're now lost 5 and won 4. That's a losing team. it's a below halfway team, and we've got 15 points from 12 games. That's a season total of about 62, which it'll keep it up. That's about all you can say.
I mean, put it out to people. Where do you think we'll finish this season now? Because we're all saying fifth. Where's your head saying? Where's your heart saying? Craig, what do you think? Where do you think we'll finish?
Hey, do you know, my heart every single day is going to say that we could be in that top half, because this league is terrible. It's horrendous. It's the worst, I think, that I've seen, the Championship. But I'll be realist, I will take mid-table. I'd take 62 points and finish 12th.
Fair enough.
Because that's about building. I
look like getting any more.
Yeah. Do you know what, though? It might just be that because of the way teams are playing and the fact that everybody is beating each other, that this season may be the lowest points totals for getting promoted and into the playoffs. Because if every team can beat each other, as we're seeing, who'd have said last Tuesday that we'd have seen Birmingham winning at Preston and all three teams relegated from the Premier League, all losing, two of them conceding 3 goals?
Yeah.
Nobody would have called that. And you look at the teams that are in that top half, and they are actually teams that have built stability over the past couple of seasons. We've talked about Coventry. Coventry are now, for me, into their 3rd season of building a team ready to push for promotion. And perhaps that's what we've got to do as Birmingham fans. I don't want to go up and then be the team that spanks galore and comes back down, like what happened to Ipswich, and look at Ipswich now. They're not exactly setting everybody on fire. So why don't we just look at building? So I'll take 12th, and my head is saying 12th. My heart is saying 12th. My head still thinks that we could sneak a playoff place, but hey, we've got to think positive.
Alan, head and heart.
Head says 12th, heart says 3rd.
That's it, a bit of positivity on here. Go on then, Rose.
I trust this manager, and you can only work with the pieces that you've got. And I do think our recruitment has not been as good as the previous season. Certainly, I can't see the point of some of the people. Not saying they're good, bad, or indifferent, but what do we need 2 of them for? 3 of them? 3 right backs? What do we need 3 right backs for? We could have saved, I don't know, somebody's wages, which I saw the other day on, 30 grand a week, and had two decent centre forwards or midfield players. I don't think the recruitment's been right, but I trust the manager. He's obviously had a say in who he's bought, and has some idea of what they should be doing. Now, the fact that he hasn't picked the same side twice in 12 games tells you something. Well, 1 is injuries, 2 suspensions, and he hasn't been able to look at the opposition and say, right, well, he's the man for today, he's this, blah, blah, blah. Because he would say, well, we need Laird today because, they got a weakness down the right. We need somebody bombing on, and he's injured. So you've got to try and get somebody else to do that role. And you can't. Kumas, he's got some nice touches. Not effective. He's not effective. Doyle made some wonderful passes on Saturday to who? Another bloke in midfield. He might have picked it one side of the pitch to the other. 40-yard ball, pinpoint pass. What a great pass. And the bloke that gets it, he's standing still, waiting for everybody else to catch up with him. So if he puts a cross in, he might have some effect. And that we don't fill the box. Did anybody see Jude Bellingham's goal for Real Madrid. How many Real Madrid players was in the box, and it missed them all, and it went to him on the far side on his own. No, we ain't going to get a goal like that ever.
Well, if you don't shoot, you don't score either, Alan. So, do you know what I mean? Ro, what do you think?
My heart says halfway, 12th, bang, slap banged in the middle, 12. My head says probably 15th, 16th.
Yeah, I think, well, a lot of them on the message board. Chris, what do you think as well? They're saying 17th mid-table.
Yeah, my heart says playoff. My head says I'll be quite happy with 12th, I think.
I think anything above 17th.
To be honest, Claire, I'm sorry, Chris. I'm not going to panic. I don't think we'll be anywhere near a relegation fight. I really don't.
Definitely not.
I don't think Wagner will let it happen. He's had a taste of it. No chance. But,
I think Andy Bono reiterates really what Craig said earlier, that that if we did get promoted this season, we'd be back down straight away, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think we would need a investment, invest in the whole team, change it all, and definitely. But going on to, we had negativity, going on to positivity with the open house. Wow. Which was on Wednesday this week. Just want to say hello to everyone that is watching and listening on YouTube, Facebook, X, and on a new platform called Rumble. Feel like we need Let's Get Ready to Rumble.
Oh, let's get ready to.
So, Chris, is there anything on the shout box before we start with the open house?
Is this front four what we need to try? Demi, Roberts, Kyogo, Fujimoto in the 10.
I love that. I've got to say that.
That's interesting, that.
Really, really interesting. Because what you've got is a natural balance, and also players that can play off each other really, really well. I did see a comment earlier, and apologies, I can't find it again now. But there was a question of, is it time to actually drop Stansfield and give others a chance? And that kind of front four may play into that. But I'd add to that, I think that's great. But what you need then to have is make sure that you've got two really strong midfielders.
Yeah.
And Doyle, for me, would be in that position, because I think he has got a killer pass in him. He's almost sometimes 2 steps ahead of all the other players on the field, because you can see it in the way that he plays. He's got that killer pass. Then it's a toss-up for me. I would still bring Iwata back into the midfield position. See Claire shaking her head.
Sorry, I don't. To me, I don't think he's strong enough there. I think Paik and Iwata cannot play together in this league. I think they get found out. Doyle has to be in there, but I do think it's between like Leonard and Paik. I think Iwata is a little bit. He's too. I don't know. There's something missing with him at this level. I think right back, I think he's slotted in very, very well. And the fact that he can play in several positions helps him. But I do worry that if he plays Iwata and Paik again, I can see that people just going straight through them, because I don't think they've got that physicality behind them either. But maybe that's what we're missing. I mean, Elizabeth Allen said, what do you think it is that, we're missing? Maybe it is that number 10. Maybe, Willem needs to come back. Give Fujimoto that chance. He's the only number 10 we've got, and it's the position that's our position that's weak in at the moment, and we're slotting people in there to give him a chance. What we got to lose? He comes off after half time, or he comes off after 60 minutes. Let's see him. We played him out on the wing against Port Vale, and he wasn't that bad. So let's see him where we should be in the 10. But I think with Stanner, the thing is that he does run. He does have the heart, and he puts people under pressure, and that's what I would like to see the whole team have, a bit more intensity and a bit more pace behind us, because last season when we wanted that ball back, and I feel like this season we're kind of, we're not up, we're a bit more further back. We're going on to positivity, the open house. So myself, Craig, Chris and Paul managed to get a ticket for it, and it was out of this world. So I have written this down because I nearly forgot all of the different things. So with the new stadium, so 60,000 seats, so we can hold anything apart from the World Cup final, because that would be at Wembley. 3 fan zones, 9,000 premium seats, events and concerts to be held there as well. A hybrid pitch. So they did say rugby, they said NFL, which would just, I mean, I can't believe I'm talking about the Blues right now.
No brainer without that.
Yeah, it's in the heart of the community. So obviously they're going to ask us all. So we all had surveys last week, didn't we, about it? And it's just they're going to keep asking us, which is great. 2 fan walls, which can't. That is just. Yeah, I mean, I've been to the one in Tottenham and I thought that was steep, but ours is going to be even steeper. And you can see it from, where was it, Broadway in the Cotswolds?
Yeah. So if you're on the top of the hill at Broadway,
yeah,
you will see the stadium.
Wow.
Which you can't, hopefully it's on a lovely day, not on a horrible day. And then we got a retractable roof with an acoustic enhancer in the home end and a dampener in the away end. Now, I've never heard of that in my life.
That's brilliant.
I didn't even know you can do that. But it was, I think, I mean, you know, being in the room, and I know that we've had a lot of flack off social media saying, why didn't people in the room ask lots of questions? I think we're all in shock. And I think that also I was going to ask about the name of it, and then somebody else asked before me, so I was a bit gutted. But I just think, wow, I mean, Craig, what do you think? Because, I mean, that is going to be some stadium, isn't it?
It's going to be special. You know, as Birmingham fans, never are we going to experience, for me, anything like this again. And the aspiration is there. I mean, the key messaging, I think, that came across with all of it is that this isn't just about us going and building a stadium. This isn't about us just building somewhere a sports quarter, because actually what it's about is it's about Birmingham as a city. It's bringing everything together. You know, when you find that there's going to be up to 14,000 jobs with the build and then afterwards people looking after the areas, the fact that we're bringing the communities together. So already mentioned there the surveys that have been issued, but there's going to be working groups with fans. There's going to be times with the architects around making sure that we've got everything noted that as fans we want. And Tom Wagner was very clear that this is about us as much as it is about having this, you know, new super stadium that United are bringing forwards. I think from the other pointers that I took away was away from the stadium, but you know, the sheer increase in volume of revenue, the sales that go on at the stadium. So food, drink, merchandise, everything is just on a scale that is just, it's not just going up a little bit. It is straight up. It's incredible what's happening at our club. And
Bustin' with the Boys is here to let you know that every college football Saturday, FanDuel is dropping profit boosts that can turn wins into bigger wins.
Sounds like we should rename Saturday Booster Day.
Nice.
21 plus and present in select states. Opt-in required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable profit boost tokens. Restrictions apply, including any token expiration and max wager amount. See full terms at FanDuel.com/sportsbook. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The fight for our future starts with belief in our nation and its promise, in our future and its potential. Together we answer America's call to win. We are Marines. We were made for this.
It's not just, it's not going to stop. It's, you know, this is just the beginning. I think as I came out, I said to somebody, they were like, what is the one thing that you're kind of upset about? And I said, you know, what I'm upset about is that there are fans that have been through the mill with our club. They've been seeing the great times They've then seen the downturn. They've seen us go back to Premier League and top and get into Europe and then go back down into the leagues. They may not be with us. They're going to experience what's going to happen. But our kids, my God, have they got a future to look forward to? Because, look, we're not just stopping at having a stadium. They want top-class football. They want us to be challenging for cups, for titles. They want to see us in Europe, but they are grounded, I believe. You know, we're not talking the likes of when Carson Young came in and made everybody a promise that we'll be in the Champions League in 2 years. Right? They've had their fingers burnt once, as Mark said earlier. They're not going to do it again. They are learning themselves as they go through this. On the stadium front, what we are going to have is something that's going to be special. They've said, watch out. Everybody will have seen it on social media. 20th of November. For two things, 20th of November is a special day because we will get to see the stadium. And I'm hoping it is doubly special because on that evening, we're there at that award ceremony as well. And how nice would it be to have two huge positives happening on the same day?
Craig, what was the bit about the commercial side that Blues being in the top 6 commercial in Europe?
In Europe, yeah. And not just that, social media, right? So, you know, everybody's like, social media is negative, negative, negative. We've gone from being 35th, if I remember rightly, in the social media presence as a football club, to now being in the top 15 above Premier League clubs. And these are people that have millions of pounds to go and spend on social media. You know, Tom said it was great because you come out with one comment, which I think everybody could not resonate more about. And that's that our friends, the other side of the city, have fans that like to move off about Birmingham. And they like to then go in. And as it was called, the stadium that will never happen. Right? And every time they commented on our stadium not happening, guess what? They put money into our pocket. And it continues to happen. So, you know what I mean? It's not very often we say this, but thanks, B6, because you're swelling our pockets a little bit more the more you go on and slate our club. But there's the other thing is the parachute payment clubs, right? So we are on track this season to be on par with clubs that have been relegated from the Premier League with their parachute payments in terms of revenue. And that means that we can compete with those players as we go forwards. It means that in January, we can look. There was no promise because I think what was very clear was that there was speculation. We hadn't spent a lot. And I use that word speculation because I think both Jeremy Dale and Tom Wagner explained that a player coming in on a free doesn't mean that they're free. They actually can demand higher salaries. They can demand bigger signing on fees. So we have forked out a lot of money. And was it Dr. Doom they called it?
Dr. Doom, the finance man.
That's it. So we've got a finance man at the club that scrutinises absolutely everything. And we'll tell them how far they can go. He is known as Dr. Doom, or as Jeremy said, they've dropped the word doctor and he is just Doom now. But we've never had that before. We've actually just had a group of people that was going, yeah, go and buy. Yeah, spend that much money. It doesn't really matter. And look at where it got us. Whereas now, we might not like the fact that we haven't gone out and spent 10, 15 million pounds on a player. But actually what we might have is a player in the club that's on 50 or 60 grand a week when, let's face it, a couple of seasons ago, we couldn't go over 10. So,
yeah, I think it'd be nice to see, like, for them to ask the fans. And moving on to fans, we've got Kev Bagnall with us. Good evening.
Who are you?
The B2B Made in Brum podcast, am I correct?
It is, indeed, it is.
Hello, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, long-time listener, first-time caller. How are we all?
All good.
You are, Kev.
I'm afraid we can't give you a Bronx hat because we haven't got any.
I need it in this weather. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for having me on. So, just a B2B Made in Brum podcast was born from just celebrating the city, really, and it's just evolved over the past 2 years. and we've had people on like Glyn Panal and Carl Chin from the dark side, as well as ex-footballers. We had like Jose on last week, Paul Tate. We've had Harley Dean on today, which was a treat. And it's just celebrating people that are shouting about Birmingham and trying to do the Lord's good work, as are you guys. So yeah, that's me. That's us.
Excellent.
Well, welcome to the show. We're just talking about the open house and the new stadium, so that kind of links quite well. Coming right at the right time.
Yeah, and I watched it all, and I'm of the opinion that whatever Tom Wagner says, I am with him. If he wants to go to war, I will go to war with him, because he just speaks so well and so fluently, and there was no script. And you can say he's got a real passion for the city as well as Blues, but the city and jobs and the culture and stuff. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I think it's just exciting. Go on then, Rob. Go on then, what have you got to say about it?
I was going to say, I love the fact he mentioned about ticket prices as well.
Yeah.
And you sort of believe him when he says, you know, without no second guessing or anything, he said we'll try and keep it like it is now, but with a little bit of inflation, you know, it's bound to happen in 5 years' time. But you sort of believe him. You know, I don't think it will be massive, huge increases. Not initially, anyway.
The guy I think needs shouting out as well is Nick. He was a fantastic speaker, first of all, and he takes a lot to get up there. But when he is talking about what is going to be built, what they have seen, what's going to happen, it was like, do you know what? No need to sell it me. I'll buy a ticket now. It was as simple as that. You know, I don't know one person that walked out and went, "Do you believe it?" Like, nah, no chance. The ticket price is a great shout there, Mark. You know what he said. He is hopefully going to stick by, which is doesn't want to outprice us.
No,
you know, he doesn't want to be in a position where the true fans, the fans that have backed them through the good times and the bad, are then outpriced going and watching their club in a brand spanking super stadium. And I think the other thing was they've said it's going to be state of the art, but it's going to have a Birmingham ring to it.
Something about chimneys or something today. Someone put on the shout box as well. So I don't know what that's all about. Is it going to be little chimneys on top? I don't know, but there's something to do with chimneys or something. Family chimneys.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's
something like that, don't we?
I've heard about chimneys, so I don't know what that's all about.
The Tampere soundtrack will be still relevant then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alan, what did you think about it all? Because obviously, you know, you've been down St Andrews for years, and what do you think about this new stadium?
Yeah, the main stand is, I'm older than the main stand. Anyway, I'm a bit disappointed not to hear anything about the toilets in the main stand. They still need improving. Yeah, it was terrific. I in my sort of wildest dreams, I used to think about what Birmingham City should be, and I'm going back 50 years. It should be what this guy basically is trying to create, and it's everything I've ever dreamed of, to be honest. You know, we could hold the Champions League final there, and if we were in it, that would be even better, wouldn't it? Obviously I travel a long way now, but I'll be able to get off the train in Solihull and get train straight to the ground, or if I go to New Street, I'll be able to get train the other way. And those sort of things, I mean, that's special to me because I travel a long way. But it's relatively difficult at the moment. And the difficulty of my journey is when I get off the train, because I've got to walk to the stadium, and you know, the buses come here, there, and everywhere. I'll be able to go there, get off the train, and walk in. That's things like that. And I was really impressed with the audio with this sloping roof and whatever. The only thing that did bother me, as being of an elderly gentleman, as I am now, I've sat in the stands in America where there's these walls, and if you're my age, it's perilous, because you go up like that, you sit down, and the person in front of you's head is below your knees. Wonderful view, but it's getting out and going back down those steps, which are so steep. So I shan't be sitting on that wall, but I shall enjoy. I shall enjoy the sight of it. That's what I'm looking forward to see. Sort of 25,000 people stuck behind the goal in that wall will be fantastic.
Yeah, I'd expect them to have like rails or surely something. I mean, I said that about my mum because she'll be like 70 something. Sorry, mum, just to.
Oh, thanks. She's gonna love you.
You know what I mean? She's gonna love me.
Say that about Mama Jane.
No, but I'm just saying as well as like for others as well, making sure it is accessible. But I mean, I wouldn't want to be right at the top. But I mean, the fact that we're even talking about walls and we're talking about chimneys and all in good things as well. You can't believe it's our football club.
No.
But going on to so Kev, just thinking about obviously Blues fan. How did you start following the Blues? What was your first game?
So I'll show my age as well. So I started in the early 90s, really early 90s. So I think it was the season before 91, before we went to the Leyland Daft. And so I was about 10 at the Leyland Daft final. And my overarching memory was John Gale scored the overhead kick. And my dad jumped up and elbowed me in the mouth and knocked my tooth out. So I spent the celebrations looking for my tooth. I don't know, was I too old then to be still believing in the tooth fairy? I'm not sure. I'm letting out all my secrets that I didn't even plan on giving out. So I was looking for that to get a quid. And so, yeah, that was my memories of first supporting it. So that was kind of down in was it the Kumar years then, more or less?
Yeah.
So I've gone through, I mean, I was asked to kind of think about my best 11, but it's so hard because my romance from them days in the third division to 2011 to now, there's such an array of players that have kind of that I've loved over the years that it's really difficult to say. But yeah, we've all those years in the third division was worth it. You'd swap it all, wouldn't you, for the 2011? So
yeah, definitely. I think that was like. Well, the best part of my history with them is seeing them win. And my dad went, "You might never see this again." So
and I was just listening. Yeah, I was just listening to you to people kind of messaging in about where we should finish and stuff. So obviously, when we were promoted into the Premier League back in when Trev couldn't get us up, and then Brucey got us up, we had a team then, a staple, like a kind of staple. Core of players that you thought could make it in the Premier League. I'm a little bit kind of unsure who you would say out of our squad at the moment is good enough for the Premier League. And as much as we want to be there, we need to be ready to be there. And I remember when we did go up, and those years that we were yo-yoing, and you go down on a Saturday and you get stuffed 4-0 by Arsenal, and then you go on a Tuesday and get done 5 by Liverpool, and then it's good for the kids because they were seeing Henry and Rooney and players like that. But to go down Bordesley Green at the best of times is a jaunt. But when you're getting stuffed and stuff, it's a hard ask for fans. So hoping that obviously with the new stadium, obviously it's a little bit easier to get to. But we need to be ready for the Prem. And I think a top half finish this season and what Mr. Wagner said about Davis and giving him his full support, I think we've got to give him to the end of the season, really, and see what his philosophy is for this season. My personal opinion, we were playing with a lot of freedom last season because we thought, okay, we're big fishes in a small pond. Whereas we're just a little bit, I wouldn't say lackluster, but kind of restrained, really, to play the football that we were playing last season. And we're not getting the best out of players like Stansfield at the moment. Kyogo needs a goal, as we all know. But Stansfield seems to... His head's down at the moment, and we need to change that. We need to give him the ball, and it's apparent that he's making those runs, but we're not playing that style of football. We're playing the possession based. He's making 6 or 7 runs, and he's not getting the ball. Eventually, he's going to stop doing that. The ball's going to come. So, it's just giving Davis that chance to say this is the way we're playing. But we need to have some more shots. Jeez, as a fan. Yeah. We need to have a more shots on target.
I mean, when you go, I go away when you're watching one shot on target. I think away games, I think we've only probably had about three or four, 5 shots on target since we played away. So it's not like it's not fun and entertaining. But I do agree with you. I think it seems to be, especially when we played Hull, when we were going for it, we actually played some really good stuff. So I think it is letting the forward players especially have that bit more freedom and letting them kind of show what they can do without being restricted. But I do think Davis will be given at least this season, probably even into next, probably by international break this time next year, because I think it's changing to 3 weeks, isn't it? The international break next year. So I think we'll spend some money in January as well, but I'll be happy with mid-table and then see, because there's always one team that goes on a run, isn't there?
Yeah, that's
from Christmas. And Christmas, I mean, if we do well over Christmas, which is very rare for us because we do normally stutter a little bit around Christmas time, we could be that team. But Kev, we've asked you to do your 1 to 11 then, so you've got an expanse of players to choose from. Who would be your?
How long have you got?
Yeah.
How long have you got? It's been on the family WhatsApp today, and it's threw some right curveballs in. So I've got 6 in goal. No,
you will get roasted, Kev, so don't worry about it. Everybody does.
It was that Foster or Bennett in goal. I'll put it to you guys. Maybe a vote. I would go Foster just on the 2011, and he's a good lad. But Bennett was stalwart.
Yeah, Bennett was. I think you're like my kind of era, so I think that would be difficult as well. Yeah.
Left back, I've gone Grange, which I think is stick on for me. And we had him on the podcast a couple of weeks ago, and he's an absolute gent. Right back, Stephen Carr for me, and then again another a flat back centre backs of 10. But I think my overriding is Johnson and Dan for me of that season where we finished about, was it 7th or 8th?
9th.
Yeah.
Was it 9th? Sorry. Yeah. But also honourable mentions to like Cunningham and Upson and Harley who we had on today. I actually had Dryden on my back in the day, number 5, Richard Dryden. My brother had 28, Carl Shutt.
Really?
That didn't age too well. Yeah.
That's not the only fan in the country that had that.
Yeah, not even his mum had that. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But then in the middle, then Martin O'Connor, Paul Tate of that ilk, Savage. Again, I'm just reeling them off, but I really love Kifton Bout, and I thought when he left, that was a big hole left for us. And then wingers, then Jose, who we've had on, who's just class. McCarthy, I quite like.
Yeah.
Devlin, who can slot in all down there, but then on the other side, kind of you've got Larson or Burke or Gleghorn back in the day. Yeah. I'm really not. I know I've got a squad. I'm sorry.
It's a squad here.
Oh no, yeah.
This is the
25.
They've got to prove themselves to get into the team.
Changed it this week. It's fine.
Okay, so up front, I'm just going to go Forsell, and I'm going to go Shea. But honourable mentions then to like Claridge, Johnny Gale, the Horse, the Duke.
You're covering yourself there, Kim.
Yeah. I'm just covering, so I don't get no pouters.
Because I do listen, you say.
Just in case they come on your show and you went,
yeah, exactly.
You never told us you're in the Tilton.
This is my wish list.
1 to 11.
Yeah, this is my wish list of people.
Who's your captain, Kev?
My captain, it'd have to be El Capitan, wouldn't it? It'd have to be Martin O'Connor.
Oh yes.
And who would your manager be?
I love Bruce. Yeah, I'm a big fan of him.
So one for the shout box then. Out of those players, who do you think would you put into our side to change it up?
Oh, play today.
You could only have one player. Which player would you have in there? Like from his 1 to 25.
45.
Who would you have
roll off
to chat? Like who would you have to play in this team?
You know who I'd have? Stephen Carr.
Good shout.
Good shout.
That'd be mine.
Yeah.
Mine would be Forsell, because we're just so lacking that strike force.
Yeah, Alan, who would you have?
From what he's Kev said,
Yeah,
I can't read it. I think that's time.
Forsell definitely. Yeah, my mate Mirko.
Yeah.
What about you, Claire?
Who would I have? I don't know. It'd be really difficult,
Don't say Laird.
Well, Laird would already be in the team anyway. He's already my number one. That's what
Laird undroppable.
Anyway. I would probably have probably Duke because we need height. We need someone who can head the ball. Chris, who would you have?
I didn't think anybody was going to say Forsell, but yeah, Forsell. There's a few people said it on the share boxes as well. Yeah, Martin O'Connor as well. Claridge gone. Savage. Ooh, Savage. Oh, I don't know now.
Brian Hughes as well was a mentioned. But he would be a magic in number 10, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it'd be class.
He can shoot from outside the box as well.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Have you seen we've all gone for basically strikers apart from Robe? Robe, we've already got a perfect right back. His name's Ethan Laird.
I think
Robe doesn't know what he's talking about. That's why he hasn't got a clue.
Robe's just wondering whether Kev got that pound for these tooth.
I don't think I did. I don't think if my old man's watching, he owes me down to inflation now. It's probably about 120 quid, isn't it?
I was just thinking, Kev, you got some lovely merchandise on the wall there. Is that England?
It is. Perth Banks Gaza Pierce, I think. It's my brother's. I'll have to give him credit for it, yeah.
Nice. It's like Fagin, isn't he? You got to pick a pocket door.
I'm actually the alarm on tonight.
Don't tell him where you live. If you do, that's it. You'll be in trouble.
He'll be knocking on your door asking for the next 20 squad players to be put on.
Trick or treat.
And before you know it, those pictures will have disappeared off the wall. You know.
I won't show him the Jude one on the other wall.
Oh, have you got a Jude one?
Have you actually got a Jude one? Even I'm interested in that. Don't worry, I'm not like Robe. I'm interested in football facts.
It's a signed Kane and Bellingham one that I got my brother for his 40.
Why, that's
nice.
Dave Twine has said we need a Bobby Hatton. Mr. Chairman,
that would be a good one. Probably, a natural number 10 as well.
You're asking me about Bob Hatton?
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, Bob Hatton played for Carlisle, and it was about a month into the season when we signed him from there, and he was the best striker in that division. He'd got loads of goals for Carlisle the season before, and he got off to a good start. And he fitted in perfectly. He took Phil somewhere else's place, and was a 25 goal a year man.
Alan, Carlisle. They played in the same kit, didn't they, as well? The Penguin kit.
Yeah. And I mean, I did meet him a few times, and he was the sort of bloke. If he lost 3-2 and he got the 2 goals, he'd be happy. Goals were his business, and it was the first thing that he thought about, and consequently, he did it. He, as I say, he scored 20 odd goals, and he got pace. He could head a ball. He could shoot from outside the box, and he was on the end of things. He got a lot of goals from 5 yards that people like Taylor and Cambo and that set him up for. It was a policy that Freddie Goodwin, who put that side together, he got the best players in that division. Roger Hine came from Palace, who were in our division. Gordon Taylor came from Blackburn, who was in our division. So he sort of had a Division 2 representative side by the time he put it together. Now, it wasn't quite good enough for the first division as it was then. But by then you've got Francis, who was all of 18 then, and Latchford, who were genuine international players, let alone first division players. And although we struggled because our defence was never good enough, to be honest. Roger Hine, God bless his soul, and Stan Harland, who's also passed away, hadn't got the pace for the first division, but we replaced him. We got people eventually, but it took a long time. And the side that got to the semi-final, we got Joe Gallagher in at centre half then, and trying to think of Gary Pendry alongside him, and that was as good as that got. And Hatton was always, I mean, he left us when his goals dried up, basically. Which I don't know how long he was there, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and never scored less than 15 in a season.
But, and he never scored less than 15, but he was still underestimated.
Well,
out of the three.
Yeah, he was the third wheel.
Yeah,
but he was still playing for us when Latchford and Francis had disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
And his goals. I'm not sure whether I'm right here, but I think that one season Francis, Latchford, and Hatton all scored 20 goals. That's unheard of
now.
You're not wrong.
You might be right. Yeah.
Would you have kept Hatton over Latchford out of the two of them?
Well,
that's a great question. That is.
It's a good.
Did that really come from Mark, or have you read that off somebody?
That's the thing. I've just literally been looking through on here, going. That's a question.
Well, Bob Latchford told me that he went to Everton because if he didn't, they was going to have Trevor. It was one or the other, and one of them had got to go. We needed the money, and Bob Latchford had a natural replacement in Kenny Burns, where you couldn't have replaced Hatton and you couldn't have replaced Trevor with the players we got now. We'd had to sign somebody on massive fees to replace them, and Kenny Burns was, came in and played centre forward for 2 or 3 seasons, and scored goals. He was. I don't think he got 20, but he was 15, 16 every year when he was centre forward, and he latched on to Trevor's crosses. Trevor used to put the ball on his head. Kenny Burns used to nod, saying thank you, and it was in the back of the net. It was just a wonderful combination, and Bob Hatton picked up the empties. He was always in and around the box. That was, he wanted to score a goal, and he didn't score a goal from the halfway line. He got to get in the box, and as I say, as long as he got his goal, he was happy. And it's a kind of a fault that is, but at the same time, if you go out every game intending, well, I'm going to score a goal today, at least one, which he did more often than not. Even when you lose, he got the goal.
Yeah. Alan, just a quick one. Who was the player that played next to Joe Gallagher? Either side.
Gary Pendry.
Pendry, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and John Roberts at times. John Roberts
he's a good player.
Spent a lot of money on him, and he was a bit of a disaster. He tended to get sent off quite a lot. But I don't think he got on well. He was paid. I know this for a fact. He was paid twice as much as everybody else, and that didn't go down too well. And so when he started moaning about this, that, and the other, people, sort of wouldn't back him up.
We got a who or a Barney?
Oh, we got a Barney on the who. We got a Barney on the who.
Sorry, Alan. I've just looked at the time and I've done
that. We'll play this. Alan can carry on.
We'll do the really difficult who. This is interesting today, isn't it?
This is a good one. Here we go. Who is this? Who?
How much are you enjoying this?
I'm just trying to embrace every single moment with friends, family. It's great seeing everyone's kids running around. And it's just credit to us and what we've achieved as a club.
Oh, do you know what? I've actually know that. I know that.
We've achieved something.
That was the last season, wasn't it?
Sounds it, don't it?
Don't let the commentary of what has actually happened there sway you.
I know, but I recognise that voice.
Avoiding your unfinished home projects because you're not sure where to start? Thumbtack knows homes, so you don't have to. Don't know the difference between matte paint finish and satin? Or what that clunking sound from your dryer is? With Thumbtack, you don't have to be a home pro. You just have to hire one. You can hire top-rated pros, see price estimates, and read reviews all on the app. Download today.
Here
It's
we
not
go.
Tamari Gray, is it?
Can we have it again?
Here we go.
Enjoying this.
I'm just trying to embrace every single moment with friends, family. It's great seeing everyone's kids running around, and it's just credit to us and what we've achieved as a club, fans, staff, players.
I know that voice, and that's going to drive me mad.
The local lad, isn't it? Obviously by the accent.
Yes, he is a local lad. Yeah, it's not Darren Carter, Foster.
No.
No.
It's not Matt Hancock's again.
No.
What was the other? O'Reilly?
Not Carter.
No.
O'Reilly? No.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to think who was a Blues fan.
Riley, his name was.
Callum Riley.
He's
George
Warsaw
Hall?
manager.
Hmm?
Warsaw manager.
No, he's not manager.
No.
He's not.
That's
He's not
Sadler.
manager. No.
That's Sadler.
He's not that old. I don't think he's that old, actually. Mind you, whatever I say is rubbish.
Not Jude.
It's not Jude or Sadler.
Oh, he's a 42-year-old.
Yeah. Yeah, not Ben Foster. No, it's not Ben Foster. Not Allsop. No. He was a promising player, I thought, at one stage.
George Hall? No, not George
Dora?
Hall.
I think he went out on loan and never came back.
Never came
Oh, there you go. Fraser Higgins got it. Well done. Odin Bailey.
Odin Bailey.
Wow.
Enjoying this.
I'm just trying to embrace every single moment with friends, family.
Was that the
yeah,
Stockport game?
That was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, just Stockport now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so those were the Barnets and who. They were quite hard. Well done, Chris.
Yeah.
Those are some good ones. Craig, just want to quickly say about the women's game on Sunday.
Yeah, we got it's a double header this weekend, isn't it? So obviously we've got our remembrance game first of all on Saturday. So I know we've said it before, but a plea to everybody, first of all, try and get in the ground as early as possible so that as fans we can, just remember those that actually did fight for us, and make sure, please, if you are late coming into the stadium, if it's just before kickoff and you're silent, don't start shouting, don't ruin it. Let's make sure that we are as silent as possible and that afterwards we sing "Keep Right On" as loud as we possibly can. In terms of Sunday, huge game on Sunday. So Birmingham women have a horrendous record against Charlton. We don't tend not to be able to pull out results at all, but this weekend is massive because it's first versus second. And, we want as many people down there as possible to come and, first of all, help Amy and the team get the results. But also, there's numerous things going on at the club that's game. Not only is it the ladies' remembrance game as well, but there's Diwali celebrations. So come along for a complete full day for the family. And, again, ticket prices are far from huge. So please, if you can support the ladies, come along, help us get that result, get us top of the table. And let's hope that come Sunday at 5 o'clock, we have got 2 3-pointers over the line for a weekend. So if you can get there, please do. If you see us there, come and say hello, and make sure that you can bring as many friends and family down as possible. Come and help us and help back the ladies. I know that Amy and the team really do love what they see. And actually, there was one area highlighted that we've missed on that open house night. And that was when Jeremy Dale talked about the near enough 10,000 fans that turned out to watch what was a near promotion game for the Birmingham ladies. We've done it once. We can do that again. And look, any people that can come down, the more the merrier. Please come along and watch out for details. We'll post them ahead of the game. Also, keep an eye out for Stephen Gill's pre-match preview. Always a good read and gives great insight to the team that we're going to be up against.
Yeah, I think good game, wasn't it?
Yes, sorry, Claire. Kev, just quickly before we go, where can we get a hold of the podcasts? Where can we see them? Where can we listen to them? Who have you got lined up, etc., etc.?
Yeah. So it's primarily on YouTube, B2B Made in Brum, available on all of the streaming platforms, Spotify and Apple Music, and some rascal ones that the kids know that I'm too old to know and stuff like that. But yeah, if you search us up, you'll find us. What we've got coming up, we shot Anton from the George the other week, and he's excited about the plans for the stadium and kind of having a resorts world on his doorstep. So it's a regular haunt of ours. We had Big Joe Egan on, who's a film star and a big advocate for Birmingham, and also an ex-boxer and Mike Tyson's sparring partner. And then next week we've got a big interview coming up with an exclusive interview with a guy who a lot of people my age will know, who were partying in town in the 90s, who used to probably kick them out of pubs and clubs, and he's quite a big blues fan. So that's an exclusive one. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so forth.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Sounds good. I'll have to have a listen.
We know who to go to when we need some, new special guests.
Yeah.
That's it.
We'll have to work together now. That's it.
100%.
Collaboration.
Yep.
Right, well, we're nearly done, so we'll go on to the predictions. So we've got Portsmouth at home. I'm going to start with, I think we're going to turn it around. I'm going to say 3-1 Blues. Wow. I don't know where that's come from. There is nothing in this. It's just water. But 3-1 Blues.
Wow.
Rogue?
3 shots on target in one game. Whoa.
Do you know what? We can pray and hope. They've had a week to practice.
I'm gonna say a scrappy. We're gonna win again at some point. So 1-0. I think we'll win 1-0.
Oh, you're
right,
Mr. Positive there with his scrappy 1-0. I think the tide has got a turn, and I do believe that Saturday could be that particular time. So you said 3-1, but I don't think we'll concede. So I'm actually going to go 3-0.
Oh, wow. 3 goals and a clean sheet.
Great. Yeah. And can I just say, we have had loads of comments on the board around swapping goalkeepers. But you know what? Swapping goalkeepers isn't the answer. The answer is getting a stable defence. Then your goalkeeper has that confidence in the people in front of them. So leave Beadle. He will continue, I think, to be there. And let's stabilise the defence instead.
Alan?
2-0. And I just on about this ability to shoot. I don't know whether any of you ever watched the shooting in practice before the game. And the only thing in danger is the poor people who are sitting behind that goal, because they never score. They never score. And you're thinking, what's going on here? The only person, in my experience, the only person who ever hit the target every time during a practice like that was Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips used to put the ball in the net every time. And he goes in about 1 in 5 at the moment. Just, if you've got 5 minutes, just watch him. And you're thinking, what are we going to do? So, it's somebody's job to improve. That's part of our game. Anyway, God bless you all. I'm going.
Kev? Prediction?
So I'm a realist, so I think 1-0. But I think, actually, on the other side of it, I think if Kyogo scores, I think he might get 4. So let's hope he scores early doors and he's just going to go rampant.
Well, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
That would be good. But I'm thinking 1-0. I think 1-0. Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah. A win's got to come, hasn't it? Yeah. So, I'm going to go for a scrappy 1-0, same as Robe.
Well, at least none of us have said we're going to lose this week, so that's a positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's a wrap.
that's it. It's a wrap. I'm done with my hosting. Paul can come on next week and carry on with it. So we have been the Tilton Talk Show, sponsored by A&G Logistics. Thank you, Kev, for coming on. It's been really good to hear about your podcast as well. We'll listen to that. So it's a good night from me, and it's a good night from Robe. Robe, you can't mess it up because you're first one.
Oh, I didn't expect that, to be fair. Because there's less pressure this week. And I'd like to say good night to everyone. Have a good week. And I'll pass you over to Craig.
He's done it right. He's actually remembered. Ladies and gents, that's a first. So thank you, Mr. Robe. It's a good night from me. We're going to continue this positivity, you know. We were at St Andrews and had the positives on Wednesday. We're going to go on Saturday and get some positives, and we're going to get them on Sunday as well. So come on to 3 points in both games. And I'm going to hand over to the chairman of the board, Mr. Alan Watton.
Thank you very much. And I'd just like to say a very cold good night. And I will hand you over to our guest, Kevin.
Thanks, Alan. Thanks, guys, for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure. As I say, a big supporter of you guys and everything you do. Just want to say, keep right on. I was tired and weary. Still journey on. Thank you. Pass you over to Chris.
I think I'm last. Am I last? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Kev, do you want a job, Kev? Because you've done much better than Rogue. We can get rid of it.
Only from reading it, yeah.
I've had a bad night as well over here. And it's a good night from me. Good night.
Oh, I need to lie down now.
Rogue, have you been sticking like plasters onto your top to make you look like an undefeated one?
No.
Looks like plasters, mate. Tell us the truth. It really is, isn't it?
No. It's all the genuine article.
Is that a blackout blind? Because there's little holes in it.
So he can see the blue lights when they're coming towards him.
Bullet holes. This is one of the houses. One of the houses ain't really cased over properly, to be honest.
I've lost the twist.
You took the plasters off the holes and put them on his top. That's what it is.
Thanks for joining. You've been listening to your Tilton Talk Show.
I was in Dixie. Look away, look away. Is that nice? Three more left, and that's it. Okay. Let's pretend that we're together all along.
Hello.
Hello.
Just me and you then tonight, Chris.
I did it once on my own, you know. About 14 years ago, yeah. It was shit.
Hello.
My mum says hello.
Hello.
I've got my nice new T-shirt on.
Oh, good.
New T-shirt on.
Good. Is it fit okay?
Mine does. The others haven't tried theirs on yet.
I haven't tried mine on yet.
Yeah, nice. I've got a few people.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, they're nice. I've done the reverse one as well for a white T-shirt. That looks quite good as well.
I like the one you'd got on with the just Tilton Talk.
Yeah, it's quite nice. It's blue. It's blue and red vinyl, so it's it's quite nice. So you're going to be okay, Claire? Opening, or do you want me?
I'm writing down on my list.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, okay.
I mean, I did get someone stand next to me talking about me, saying, "Oh, how amazing I was at the thing." He was very drunk at the time.
Yeah.
You should be the coach.
Oh, you should be the coach. You should be. Do you not listen to you? You should just be the coach.
All the things that she said.
I think said just do it. Yeah. I was just like, I'm just writing down all the stuff that they've promised us for the new ground.
Yeah, that's going to be the biggest talking point. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've forgotten most of it.
I screenshotted it from someone's. So I'm just writing that down because I know what will happen. It'll be, what happened?
Alan will be on. Oh, hang on.
The Chris and Claire show.
The Chris and Claire show. There we go.
See.
Rebrand tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
I'm glad we haven't got another midweek game.
Yeah. Clocking up the miles, aren't you?
I know. I was celebrating this time. Well, this time last week, then Saturday just ruins all your hopes and dreams.
It's like chalk and cheese. I mean,
do you know what? It's like, honestly, it's like bipolar. I love them to decide how they're going to play and what they're going to do, because I can't cope with this up and down. I feel like I've gone back 4 years.
I know, it's gone all that enthusiasm has just gone from the first couple of months, and it's just same old.
Yeah.
We've actually progressed nowhere in the last 2 years.
No.
I think we've progressed as in, like, I do think we are a better overall team, but we just lack in the final third. Is just...
It's not non-existent, isn't it?
Yeah, like, do you know what? Every other team has a big man up front, and Stano looked lost completely, and it's so slow. It was unreal. I was just like,
it's just like I say, the good players we've got, and to just see Clara just whacking it into no one. Well,
they whack it high when we got someone low, and then when we got someone low, like when we got someone high, they whack it low. And it just doesn't make any sense. And then he looks a bit desperate for me when he does these subs. It's like he's really trying to he either goes over attacking or over defensively.
Yeah. No, there's no in between.
There is positives, but it's annoying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sort of panicking yet about relegation and that, because I don't think for a minute we'll go down, but I think we'll probably end up around about where we are.
And do you know what? I'd be happy with mid-table.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, I mean, losing the next couple of home games, I think his job will be on the line. Will be questions asked anyway.
Yeah, Holly's coming on Saturday. She was like, I want to come and watch. I was like, great.
Oh no.
Oh.
I dread Saturday, to be honest. I think it'll be a scrappy game.
I think we could beat them though.
Yeah, they're beatable. Yeah. It'll be a good atmosphere, to be fair, because they always bring a few, don't they?
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll, rise to it, like. But yeah, it's not exciting, is it?
No, I think it's annoying because if you said 3 points out of those 2 games, you probably would have snapped your hand off. But I think because Bristol are so poor, I don't know how they're so far up. Because Bristol were poor, Hull were poor. I mean, Preston just launched it forward. I wouldn't say that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't say there's been anybody in this league that's absolutely I've gone, wow, look at them. Apart from Coventry, but
I think Cov will be top 2. To be honest, I really do.
I think Cov will win it. I do.
I think they're just getting better and better. And that goal difference is insane.
Yeah, the goal difference will be another 5 points for them.
I mean, yeah. So Lampard's, well, what a job he's done, to be fair.
He has to, and he's done a really, really, really good job. I'm not going to lie.
No. But yeah, fair play. Fair play to him, I suppose. Pains me to say it, but yeah.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
I think we can find anybody that can shoot from outside the box and put it somewhere near the goal.
At midfield, we got a midfield who don't shoot.
Do you know what it is? I can't believe Pake never got taken off. But what I want to do today is I really want to go into the Preston game, then go on to the Bristol game. Because what I find is we talk about Preston and we all of a sudden go into the Bristol game. If we keep it separate, because obviously it's 2 different.
Yeah. No,
do you know what I mean?
I agree, yeah.
Because then we can be like, right, this is Preston. Let's get some happiness, and then let's go into the sad, be it frustration.
Yes, the depression.
All I can say is one win out of two is better than 2 draws.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Probably so. They didn't. Bristol didn't deserve the win.
To be honest, Claire, it's like what Darren Carter said on the commentary. He said Bristol are just pure physical, which Blues just aren't. It's like men against boys.
Yeah, they were pushing. They were niggles. They were, but we couldn't pass.
We don't do any of that.
No, we don't have any Leonard made some challenges, but it was glaringly obvious Pake needed to come off, and he never took him off. He took Stano off. When I was like, well, Pake's not playing well in the 10, so why wouldn't you take Pake off?
Yeah, I know.
Or move him back and then keep Stano on, because Stano's someone that might shift it and shoot, but
I know how Pake lasted was beyond me, to be honest.
Want to turn your camera around a bit, Craig?
Hi, Craig. Yeah, you gone really like thin.
Is that better?
Yeah.
That's better. Yeah, see quite a lot of you now.
I'm on my laptop on my phone at the moment, so I am trying to get my laptop going.
Okay, sounds okay though. Sounds good.
Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
You look like part of Mount Rushmore.
Oh, here we go.
Do you know what? You can start, but I'll just let it go straight over my head, mate. Just remember, Robe, who has the tickets for the awards evening, and yeah, that's right, it's not you.
Craig's a lovely lad.
Do you know, Chris? Are we actually recording now? If we are, can we use that as the soundbite, please?
Yeah. Hang on, we're going to be just a minute late. 2 seconds.
That's fine, bye. Be as late as you like.
Yeah, I see he hasn't put the bucket under his desk. That's the reason he's had to run.
Hang on. Can you still hang on?
I've got the stuff for the open house. I've written it all down, so I remember.
It's been that long. I can't remember. No, I can remember.
I've got it all saved on my phone, and I was like, right.
Is Meredith not on tonight?
No, it's just a slot. The creme de la creme.
Keep up with the times, Mark. I mean, come on. The message was sent out earlier. Oh, we actually probably deleted you.
I think Claire should have shaved her head in honour of Paul.
Right.
I've got no idea what I'm doing, so we're making this up as we go.
I think Paul should have joined. I mean, it's disgrace.
When I give you the thumbs up, that's go. Okay.
Okay.
Intro.
Now, you remember who we're sponsored by, don't you?
Yeah.
IMG Logistics. I've got it all written down, Craig.
Oh, then quiet, please.
We've missed Mr. Meredith, haven't we?
Have we?
That was hard work. Oh.
Well done, Claire. Well done.
Yeah, you did.
Someone put Claire, women can belong in men's football. Well done.
Wow.
I'll tell you something.
I like that, yeah.
Women's football, I saw the best display of women's football on Saturday with the England and Brazil game. It was fabulous. England lost, but they played some wonderful football, and so did Brazil.
It's going to be good, actually. England, Australia tomorrow night. That'll be a good game.
I'm going to the China game at the end of November.
Shh, don't shout that out, because I've got a person in the room next to me that will be crying out to go as well.
And I'm in the second bit of Wembley, the posh seats.
Oh.
I don't know how I got them. They're the only ones that were available.
Is it a Saturday?
Yeah, it is, because it's international break.
It's a late, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's
Later
because
kickoff.
we play on the Monday against Watford.
Oh, yeah, we're on the Monday night that week.
Yeah, so it's 5:30 kick-off, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's it, because that was the reason I was like worried about getting to and from Wembley, to be honest. So
My mum's driving, so.
Oh yeah, Claire's tutting again.
Is it just you and your mum, Claire?
Holly's coming as well.
Oh, okay.
Why do you want to come, Robe?
No,
Not safe in the car.
I'll sleep in the car and look after it for you.
Does your mum have a drink, Claire?
You won't want to have a drink, will you?
I don't know.
So no, she's just chilling on the sofa, literally.
You won't want to have a drink, will you, Mum?
Yeah.
No, Mum, don't drink.
That's not even a question.
Mum, you can have a J2O and a cup of tea.
I just heard a clink of glasses there.
I thought that went quite well. I'll try to
I think it was brilliant. I think it was brilliant. Well.
I'm literally.
So Kev, because Claire doesn't normally start the show off, so it was
I don't normally host. Paul's on holiday.
Paul normally does the start and that like
Yeah,
that.
pretty good, Claire. Yeah.
So I made it as I went along.
I think you did really well.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, it's time for me to go.
Guys.
Right,
cheers, Kevin.
Cheers, Kev. Thanks a lot.
See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.